Well, come on in. Nice to see you
Hi.
today.
Hi.
My name's Sean.
Hi, I'm Anna.
Nice to meet you, Anna. So, before out front, I know they had you fill out some paperwork or whatnot. Did you go through it thoroughly, or?
Thoroughly, I looked it over and I signed where I was supposed to sign, and I filled out the front page with all like that personal information. So.
Okay. I'll go over a couple things with you real quick, just to clarification for you and I, safety-wise. Two things. Everything we say in here is confidential. It won't leave the office. It's between you and I, and that's how it stays.
Okay.
The other thing is, the only time I have to report something is if I feel that you're in danger to yourself, or if you're going to endanger somebody else. Then I'm remanded by the state to be a mandated reporter. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, before we start, you thirsty or anything? You good?
No, I'm okay. I just had lunch.
Okay, great. I know before we start, do you mind if I take notes? Because I'm a little forgetful, and it kind of helps me keep track of where we're going.
Okay.
So I don't get lost. Is that all right with you?
Sure.
Cool, thank you. So Anna, gives me the pleasure of speaking with you today?
Well, I heard about your services from a friend. She's been going here for a couple of months, so she, kind of turned me on to maybe coming and getting some help. I just got so much going on in my life. I just, I'm in school and I work, and I just got a DUI, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you're basically saying this DUI is probably going to hinder your life, or somehow going to cause you more problems, you think?
Yeah, I think about they're going to take my license for, I don't know, 3 months or something. I don't even know. I have to go to court, where do you even go to court? They're going to take my license. How am I going to get to school? I mean, I have to go to work, I have to go to school, pay my bills, and I don't know I don't know what to do. I mean, how do I do all that?
Well, let's go back a little bit first. That night that you were popped for DUI, your bus for DUI, what led you to that situation anyway? Do you mind telling me?
No. I was out with some girlfriends and we were having dinner. And sometimes I like to throw a few back, and I had to get home. I had to go to work the next day. So I didn't really think I was that bad. I mean, yeah, some friends told me that I drank too much, but come on, like, who doesn't? And I went home, and I guess I swerved over the line. I don't know. I was like trying to light a cigarette, like, who knows?
Yeah, that'll make it a little difficult to drive, I have to admit. Being drunk, lighting a cigarette, that'll make it difficult. Is this the first time you've driven drunk, or is this the first time you got caught?
It was the first time I got caught.
First time caught. Would you say this is a normal practice, or how do you feel when you drive drunk when you're done? When you get home, how do you feel when you get home from driving drunk from wherever you've been?
How do I feel?
Yeah, I guess let me explain. When you get home, is there like a sense, what are your emotions? Are you just relieved you can get caught? Are you glad to be home? Do you worry about what if happened if you got caught? Or
I just really think about going to bed.
Not going to bed?
Yeah.
I guess if you've been drinking, that's probably something you
Yeah.
would want to think about. Okay. So basically what you're telling me is it's been kind of a habit to drink and drive. You got caught this time. And now you're basically worried about the ramifications of what's going to happen for you going forward. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it that you are seeking help for? What's bothering you the most that you might need assistance with? How can I help you?
Right. Well, I think I'm really confused about how I'm going to be able to accomplish what I have going on, continue to accomplish. I go to school and, continue to go to work without a license. I don't know what people do who get DUIs and still have to work. I mean, it's like pretty, someone didn't think this through, this whole process. Like, how am I supposed to get to work? I mean, the buses, I guess, run in my neighborhood, but I don't really, pay attention to that stuff,
Pay attention.
Like, I think there's a bus stop on my corner of my street, but does the bus come on a regular basis there. I don't even know where to start looking if I have to start.
So, from my understanding, what you're telling me, the reason for drinking is more like a basically it's a, what's the word I'm looking for here? It makes it convenient for you to get around rather than go through the adventures of trying to find rides and stuff. Is that kind of what you're trying to alleviate issues that way? Do you think that driving while intoxicated makes your life easier as opposed to finding bus routes and doing, it's like taking a shortcut kind of thing?
No, I don't even really think I have a problem with that. My friend comes here because she says that you guys help her with like bus passes, and you know she is hooked up with some organization. I really don't remember what it's called, but they help her fill out paperwork for school and stuff like that. So I was just hoping maybe I like the bus pass idea. Is that something that I could get? Because I'm not going to have my license for like 3 months.
No, we have resources here for you. But for me to better determine the resources that you qualify for, that you need, a little more dialogue is needed. You know, our conversation. I kind of just want to get a little more information and get to know you, and then see if I can match up the services that will best be, you know, for you.
Oh, okay.
Does that kind of make sense? You know, I don't want to bother you, but it just makes it a little bit easier for me to judge what you need by talking with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like that.
So after the DUI, what was your initial feeling after that? The cops got you in the car. How did you feel?
I was really bummed. It was cold too. I remember that. It was just kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening to me. You know, and a little bit scared. Just like what's gonna happen? Where am I going? You know, and I went to jail into a big drunk take, I guess they call it.
Yeah, that's a word, preferable word.
Yeah, so I went to the drunk take, and then I got released. A friend came and picked me up, and I just went home.
Okay, so you went home, and how's your current situation now? I know you're saying you haven't got your license pulled yet, have you? Okay, so have you made any plans yet, or what are your plans so far to get around not having a license? Because you said school and work, correct?
Right. I have some friends who said they would help me, but I hate asking for help.
Okay.
You know, it just makes me feel weird. Like then I owe them something. But they said they would, so I have a friend who's in one of my classes. I'm gonna go with her. And it's kind of on her way to pick me up and just give her some gas money. But for work, I work about 30 minutes from my house, so I don't really know how I'm going to get there.
Okay.
I was thinking about asking a coworker, but she's kind of weird. I don't know if I'll ask her. But I was going to ask my sister, but she's kind of a bitch. She'd probably say no. I haven't even told my family. I probably should.
So you kept it to yourself pretty much?
I'm just kind of scared. I don't know. Like, they're going to judge me.
Well, you know, some people will do that. You know, it's not the right thing, but it does happen.
Yeah.
But, so you really haven't, I mean, you've thought about the process of how you're going to get around and cope with the loss of your license.
A little bit, yeah. I think it was important for me to start to figure out something. Because it gets suspended, I think they were saying, in like 30 days after my DUI, so that's going to be in like a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you've obviously worried about the license thing, and you're trying to make plans for it, and you made some good recommendations. I would tell you kind of follow through with those. I mean, before you leave here, we can come up with a plan. Okay. But I would say probably follow up with those. Do you have any concerns as far as monetary value goes? Any stress added to as far as, you know, it's going to affect your lifestyle? Have you put any kind of thought into that? And if so, what thoughts do you have?
How it's going to affect my lifestyle? Well, my life.
Because, you know, with the $6,000 fine, you know, they jack your license, the lawyer fees, all that kind of stuff, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty encompassing as far as your money goes. It's definitely going to drain you a little bit. Have you put much thought into that as far as coming up with a backup plan for monetary issues?
No, I just, I don't know. Oh my gosh, now I'm like, I don't even know.
I don't mean to freak you out more. This is something I want to ask because this will help me better assess what needs you might have later down the line.
Oh.
because there's other things we have here, clothing, food I can get you if you qualify for it. But if if this is going to be an issue, I want to make sure you're taken care of.
Well, I mean, I work at a pretty good job. I just need to get there. So I haven't really thought. And I'll still have my car. I mean, I do have friends who have driven without their license. It is illegal, but I mean.
Now, I will tell you, it's probably not the best thing for you to do. Anytime you want to talk about breaking a law, it's good. Like I said, I'm not going to tell anybody that you're going to drive without a license because it's not my place. But I will tell you, I don't recommend you driving without a license. But we could talk about that later.
Yeah, but if you were in my position, what would you do? I mean, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to make it.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's where I sometimes go. I mean, thinking about it and what you were just talking about. I mean, it kind of makes me more aware, I guess, of like the bigger picture. Never really thought of that.
Okay.
That it's probably going to have an effect on other areas of my life. It doesn't really feel good to look at that.
No, it can be a little depressing sometimes, a little daunting, maybe, to look at that kind of stuff.
Overwhelming. I guess that's really, it's like, I would rather, it makes me want to drink.
Well, I could tell you.
Really?
Yeah. That would lead to my next question. Have you still considered, or have you still kept up with your drinking? Have you stopped at this point, or are you still consuming?
Oh, I still drink.
You still drink?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with drinking.
You don't have a problem?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I still drink. But not really as much because, I thought maybe I should cut back since I did get this DUI. But people...
Can't hurt.
People who have problems with drinking, like, don't have a job and they don't go to school, so...
Well, other people have their own issues too, but let's focus on you and I and what we can do for you. How often do you drink now, like drinks per week or per night, would you say that you consume?
Well, I probably drink like 3 to 4 times a week, and it really varies how much I drink those nights. But at least like a couple drinks.
Can you tell me about like a situation that makes you drink? Is there like some stressor at home, or is there just some innate thing that just constantly makes you drink, some enabler, I should say?
Well, I live with a roommate, and she's my friend. I mean, we've lived together for like 6 months. She's never really there. I don't know. I guess we used to be better friends, so it's like she has this boyfriend, she brings him home all the time, and it's like kind of uncomfortable, so I'd rather not be home. And so I'd rather go out with my friends, and I don't want to bring my friends home because she's there with this guy, and he's kind of a weirdo. But, I mean, there's that. And school's hard.
School?
Yeah, I'm taking like all these math classes and science.
So do you believe that's one of the things that could possibly entice you to drink, or do you think it's just...
I definitely, like, I feel pressure sometimes, more stress or more pressure during midterms and finals. But, school, it's hard, but I love it.
Okay.
I do enjoy it. But during those stressful times, like I just had midterms, and I would celebrate and go out with some friends, Yeah. But no, I don't have a problem.
What do you think your friends would say if you... For instance, if you stopped drinking, do you think you'd have the same friends, or do you think, Oh,
yeah, those are my friends.
Are your friends?
Yeah.
Do they drink as well? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They drink as well.
Is that pretty much... I mean, when you guys hang out, what do you do when you hang out with your friends, normally? What do you guys...
Well, we have a couple bars that we go to often. I like to shoot pool. They don't really like to do that. But we like go out to eat. Maybe go and listen to some music. But yeah, sometimes there's this bar we really just go out and drink.
Okay.
Huh.
It's funny when you say things out loud, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, I haven't really, like, ever thought of that.
it can be, when one takes the time to sit back and reflect on how much time and money they spend doing something, it's kind of like, whoa. But
sometimes I don't even like to look at what I spent that night. No thank you.
It's a good thing you got a good job then, I guess, right?
I don't really have that great of a job. But it pays for what I do. It helps pay for school and for my apartment and stuff.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm.
So, what services are you trying to acquire? I know you talked about like bus passes and stuff. As far as the bus passes work, those are usually for different clients. I'll speak about super. I think we could probably work something out.
Okay.
Because it sounds like that would cause you more hardship, I believe, without the bus pass.
Yeah.
Linger to make, or could complicate and make other problems. So we'll work on that. However, would you be opposed to like maybe going to some meetings or something sometime to see other people who've had DUIs?
Oh.
Or people who have gotten in trouble drinking before, who think it's a good idea. It's just to hear some words about drinking, what it encompasses, what it involves, what different options or alternatives.
That could be cool. I mean, like other people who have gotten DUIs like me, I guess, who don't really have a problem with drinking.
Well, I'm not going to say that it's not for people who don't have problems. In my opinion, I believe maybe you drink a little too much. I think this could help benefit you. I do. I'm by no means perfect. I'm not going to preach to you, but it's maybe something you might want to check out. I'm not going to force you. I can give you a schedule. I can give you time, and you can go check it out. And then, next time you come see me, we can check out how things are going, if the sort of resources we gave you worked.
Right. Okay.
Or if, you liked that meeting or whatnot, or if you thought it was a complete waste of your time, we can kind of go from there. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think I could go to that.
You have no reservations about?
Well, I mean, if they're like the right time and I'm not working or going to school.
Obviously, okay. Well, then we can take that into account. That's not a problem. Okay.
Are those meetings here or like out in the...
Those meetings are down the street at the center,
okay.
The city center. So they're open. I think it's Wednesday nights and Friday nights or something like that. I can get you a schedule for that. It's no problem. And a bus pass that would take you there too as well. But you also, when you get to meet the people there, they're really friendly people. So, you might be able to link up a rides there, but I wouldn't do that the first couple of times. There's some strange people out there.
Okay.
But going back to the DUI, when you received your DUI, how was your behavior pattern that night, would you say?
Well, I was very angry at the cop. He was kind of a dick. But, I don't know. I've never gotten arrested before, so I don't have anything to compare it to. Okay. But I was angry. I didn't want, that sucked. Like I said, it was really cold.
Yeah, it can be quite intimidating to be, when you're not in control of what your own actions are. Yeah. So it can be intimidating. There's, no fault in that. Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that there's a possibility you could end up in a situation again if you don't change, maybe lighten up the drinking? Do you think there's a possibility you would continue to drink and drive? What are your feelings on that? Like, once you get, let's pretend you got your license back,
mm-hmm.
and now you've, do you go back to doing the same thing you did before? Would you?
Well, I think I wouldn't. I don't want to go through this again, but I don't think I would do it again.
Okay.
I don't think I would. I don't know. I mean, sometimes when I'm out, it's like I just want to be in my own bed. I want to get home and I'll drive home. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm not drunk, but I'm definitely been drinking.
Okay.
So I guess it could happen in the future.
Okay. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any concerns over that? Because this time, you got taken to jail, but do you have any concerns about what other ramifications that could come from this? Have you thought about the other ramifications?
No, I haven't even thought about it.
Like for instance, how many people die per year due to drunk driving accidents? Mothers, fathers, children.
I wouldn't hit anyone.
Well, no, I don't think anybody plans on hitting anybody.
No.
But with the alcohol, it makes it a little more possible, I guess you could say.
Right.
Have you ever put any thought in that, or what are your feelings on that? How would that make you feel?
Well, I would feel horrible. I don't want to hurt anyone. I wouldn't want to hurt anyone. I mean, I have a sister, not a sister, sorry. I have a friend's sister who she got in a DUI accident, and it was like, I mean, it almost made her disabled, you know. So I remember just her going through all this like, stuff. Like she had doctor's appointments and some type of rehab, you know. But she's doing a lot better. Okay. But God, I was so angry that someone would drive drunk and, you know, hit her. But then it's like I'm doing that same thing, and I can continue to do it in the future. Huh.
This is concerning for you, maybe?
Well, I just never really thought about, I guess, the effect that it has. Because really, I you know, it's, I get in the car and I'm like, I'm the only one there. I'm going home to this place with, you know, these people in it that I don't really like. But, I don't know. I never really thought, like, other people can, you know, get hurt, too. You always know it's there, but you don't really think about it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Hold on, good. My being bothered. I got my keys, my phone in my pocket. It's killing me. All right. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right. So let's do this. Would you feel? What are your thoughts about coming back here and seeing me again?
I think I could do that. I mean, I had to, like, you know, leave class a little bit early, which it was. My teacher was cool with it.
Okay.
You know, I'm pretty close with her, so I think I could probably make it for another Wednesday.
Okay, my schedule's pretty flexible too.
Okay.
I mean, so I can work with you on that.
Okay.
As of right now, what I'm gathering is, you know, you're obviously a drinker. You kind of like doing that. There's a couple things in your life I'd like to go over with you about in a later session. I think that are important. It can help you, make you stronger. For right now, though, I would just recommend for you, see if you could just cut back a little bit. You know, just try maybe, you know, just say no one time during the week. I'm not going to drink tonight. Just start off with one night.
Okay.
And kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Try going to that meeting, and then I guess maybe we can schedule you for like, the meetings happen every week. But since you don't have a car, I'm not going to make you come every week and see me.
Okay.
So would 2 weeks be feasible for you?
Yes, that would definitely work. I could do that.
So what'll work is I'll get you that bus pass, for a temporary bus pass. That'll
Cool.
be good for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of go from there. In your next session, I want to delve into a little more conversation. Does that sound all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll work on that. We'll go over the interventions or the reasons the interventions we spoke about. So I guess that's it. Do you have any questions about anything?
No, thanks though.
Sure.
I feel a little bit better, and I think I have like a better understanding. So I'll be back in 2 weeks.
I was saying, that's what I want to hear. Now we can make a little more progress and everything will go good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for coming in, Anna. It was nice meeting you.
Bye.